Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the pit here at Pioneer Junior Senior High School, home of the 1A state champion Pioneer Panthers, playing host to the Winamac Warriors tonight. Pioneer comes in with a 1-0 record with a win at Lewis Cass last weekend, 44-0, behind the legs, the arm, and the all-around ability from Notre Dame commit Jack Kaiser. Winamac comes in with an 0-1 record. They got beat by Knox at home, 27-6 last week. Coach Craig Barr of the Winamac Warriors, his second season, will be looking to turn things around against the Pioneer Panthers tonight. Pioneer as well, they come in here with a lofty winning streak of 16 straight on top of their 15-0 state championship. They have their first win of the season tonight, or last week, so they'll be looking to extend that winning streak here at the pit. Bringing in tonight is Mr. Doug Hess. He is my collar man tonight. So Doug, welcome to the broadcasting crew tonight.
Thanks. I'm happy to be here, teaching out here. It is great to be part of this and see what happens up here behind the scenes for the first time.
So not only do we have Pioneer tonight, we've got some other games on the docket around the area. Logansport is playing host to the Frankfort Hot Dogs tonight. Coach Mike Johnson of Logansport started his career here at Pioneer and doing some good things in Logansport. They beat Peru pretty handily last week, again in one of the state's longest running rivalries for high school football, Peru and Logansport. Caston is hosting the North Judson Blue Jays, and Rochester will be at Knox. South Central is at Culver tonight, and of course tonight we've got Winamac here at Pioneer here in Royal Center, Indiana. So, Doug, last week we watched Pioneer take care of business against the Cass Kings. Tonight, Winamac a little bit different. They're not going to throw the ball as much. They're going to run a lot. Looks like they're running more of a wing tee or a little bit more of a running transition. Winamac in the past was Coach Tim Roth, who has since retired, giving the reins to Coach Craig Barr. Roth would run more, a little power. He'd split it up. He'd throw if he had some decent quarterbacks, receivers. And this year, it looks like Winamac likes to put it on the ground and pound it. And with Pioneer, they've kind of, their wing tee all the way with Adam Berry twist. Adam Berry came in here, third season at Pioneer, and I mean, you can't get much better than, his record right now. I mean, 30-1, I believe. So,
yeah, he's stepped into a great system here, and he's got some great people to back him up and great coaching staff, and then the kids are they step up every week.
We're going to go ahead and go to the national anthem. We're back here at the pit after the national anthem by the Pioneer Choir members. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back, get you the starting lineups, and get ready for this game here on RTC TV4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Shepherd's Chevrolet Buick in Rochester treats you like family. Shepherd's offers a wide variety of new and certified pre-owned vehicles to fit your budget. Stop out for your test drive today, online at shepherdsrochester.com. Woodlawn Hospital, offering state-of-the-art care for Fulton County for over 100 years. Woodlawn Hospital is the area's healthcare leader. Comprehensive care from head to toe. Online at woodlawnhospital.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
Welcome back to Pioneer High School, home of the Pioneer Panthers, playing host to the Winamac Warriors tonight. Again, Pioneer 1-0, Winamac 0-1, and we're about ready to get the Panthers onto the field in their gold uniforms tonight. Going gold, they just started that a couple years back, and it's a sharp look for the Panthers. Go ahead and hit the starting lineup on offense for the Winamac Warriors. Playing tackle will be a freshman, number 70, Logan Schultz. Kyle Olds, the tackle, freshman, number 71. A guard, Austin Brandt, number 54. Dakota Padell, a sophomore, number 65. Center, Justin Olds, a senior, number 72. Patrick Kiefer, a sophomore, number 66 at tight end. Dylan Fox, a fullback, senior, number 36. Keith Dell, number 6, a quarterback. Kyle Chumley, tailback, at 37. Jeb Smith, a senior wide receiver, number 1. And wide receiver, Jared Houghton, junior, number 20. Now the starting lineup for the Panthers we'll just go ahead and go on offense. And here come the Pioneer Panthers with the cowbells ringing. Tradition that's been around for a while here at Pioneer. Number 4, Jack Burley Kaiser, the do-it-all senior going to Notre Dame next year, 6'2", 208. Ezra Llewellyn plays one of the corners. Adai Llewellyn, a corner, number 15. Miles Von Tobel playing linebacker, number 14, a junior. Danny Gregorich, a linebacker, number 24. Kobe James playing safety, number 32. Gavin James on the defensive line. Brock Smith on the defensive line. Connor Walker, senior, number 64. He'll anchor that defensive line. Jonathan Beckley, number 68, on the defensive line. And Colby Juby rounding out the lineup on defense for the Panthers. Doug, the Panthers have a lot of parts that they can slide in there. Not just, we talked about this last week, not just Jack Kaiser, but Pioneer has a very, very deep team.
Yeah, it's happy to see for the home team, of course. You have a lot of young players actually stepping up. You have several sophomores playing up there with the Llewellyn brothers. And the line, a couple of them were sophomores last year. Beckley has stepped up this year. He's only a junior this year, and then Connor Walker steps up there on the line. Those guys are taking the first step. They're being quick, and they're being quite physical with those guys up there, and so sometimes you see them jumping into the legs, but those guys are really stepping up to the game plan for Coach Barry.
Yeah, Coach Barry has put together quite a group of coaches here too. Every one of them played at Pioneer at one time or another, and that's always great to see, to bring that back to the home team. You know, for Pioneer, you've got Matt Gates out there with Dave Gregorich, defensive coordinator. You got Steve Berkshire. He's the old man out there for the Panthers. Matt Bianco, Aaron Kaiser, Ryan Llewellyn. Everybody played here at Pioneer. I know Josh Lytle's out there helping out. Buck Zimmer, Justin Buck Zimmer runs camera. He helps out. They all played at Pioneer. They were all pretty decent football players as well, which is even nicer. So you've got the captains out there. Jack Kaiser, number 4, 52, Gavin James, 64. Connor Walker, number 80, Dustin Sparks. for the coin toss, and we'll see which way it went.
Pioneer wins the toss.
Pioneer has won the toss, and they will elect to receive.
To start tonight's ball game.
It's always good to see them all shaking hands, not nudging each other out there before the game.
I'll tell you what, we've seen some pretty good battles between Pioneer and Winamac. This is a huge rivalry just up the street. I say street. The Highway 35. You're only about 15 minutes away, and kids know each other from, you know, all kinds of activities throughout their years, playing youth league football and whatnot. And a lot of them, you know, they're friends off the field, enemies on the field, but after the game, they'll all get together and be friends again. So Pioneer is ready to receive tonight. Back to return, you've got number 15, Adai Llewellyn, the sophomore, along with his brother Ezra Llewellyn, number 5. Number 10 is Derek Wireman, also in that backfield to receive the kickoff.
I have to say, Derek Wireman, he is definitely the guys follow him because he is so energetic. He's got a lot of energy on and off the field, and that kid loves to be part of this program.
Good baseball player as well out there, too.
Max Murray to kick off for the Warriors.
So number 8, Max Murray will kick it off. He is a freshman, 6'1", 171-pound senior, or freshman, number 88 for the Warriors. Very short kick, and Miles Von Tobel getting upended about the 45-yard line. Not getting much on that, but it's good field position to start off with, Doug.
Yeah, number 36 came in flying there. Who is that? Number 36, Dylan Fox. He got his legs out and took out Miles. Did almost a flip, but he steps back up and jumps up. He's heading under the huddle.
So Pioneer will get things started here. On the 47 is where they marked it. So Jack Kaiser will sit behind the center. You got Gregorich back there, Von Tobel at one of the wings, along with Ezra Llewellyn. Going to switch balls out, get the right one here. So Kaiser set behind center. Motion by Von Tobel. He'll roll out. He's got Kinley wide open on the sideline, and he'll get to the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll be a first down for the Panthers, starting it off.
About a 12-yard pickup for Kaiser Kinley.
Nice job. Kinley had trouble catching the ball. He caught one last week, and it was for a touchdown on a botched play from about 47 yards out. But it's nice to see Kinley pulling his first pass here tonight. Kaiser set under center again. You got Kinley and Kobe James spread left, spread right. And here comes the Adai Llewellyn, and he's going to pick up about 5 yards, maybe 6 on the play. Looked like there was going to be motion in the backfield before, but the refs didn't call that.
5 yards on the play. Make it second down.
So the 5-yard pickup for 2nd and 5. Setting on the 35-yard line. It doesn't take Pioneer long to get up and down the field, does it?
No, not at all. They have a lot of speed to go with it.
When you put 2 Llewellyn boys back there, and 11 flat, 100s along with Jack Kaiser.
All 3 of them under close to around 11.
They move Gregorich to the right. Put Von Tobel in motion. They hand to Von Tobel on the little sweep play, and he's got some running room. He's down past the 20, just at the 20, on a nice run by Miles Von Tobel. That'll be a first down for the Panthers.
Brought by Dylan Fox, pushed him outbounds.
One thing you want to do is you want to get those wings, those wing backs out there on the flat to get outside. They've got speed and speed to burn. Kaiser sets under center. Motion by Ezra Llewellyn. He'll hand off to Gregorich, and he pounds it up the middle. And that's one guy you don't want to get in front of.
No, he's got a lot of force behind him.
Danny Gregorich is we've talked about it before. He is a battering ram running back. Not real fancy, just put your head down and drill you.
And for Winamac, Trent Fox and Dylan Fox teamed up there to bring him down.
So 2 foxes.
Yep. Don't want to be in that foxhole.
Kaiser goes to the sideline. He'll pick up the play from Coach Adam Berry. So 2nd and 4 for Pioneer. Motion by Ezra Llewellyn. A handoff to Gregorich, and he plows forward, trips over his own man, and he's going to look like he's got the first down, if not very close.
4 yards on the play.
Yeah, they're going to take time to measure. Yep, they're just going to say, go ahead, go ahead.
Close enough.
That guy used his good eye for that one.
Carry good for a Pioneer.
And you can hear the crowd stepping into this game.
Usually the crowd here at Pioneer gets into these games here in the first, second quarter, the third, fourth a little bit. Motion by Von Tobel. Kaiser will roll to his left. He's got a little pressure. Then he looks into the end zone, and he finds a cutting. What a catch. What a catch by Llewellyn. Just can't tell.
15.
Adai Llewellyn. Beautiful pass. Kaiser had a little pressure coming in. He was able to stop. Throw a nice pass into the back of the end zone. Adai Llewellyn. Boy, I tell you what, you're only going to see good, better, and best things from those guys.
He had to sidestep a guy. It came right at his right shoulder. He set his footwork and then threw it in. He had 2 guys look like they could have a chance to catch it, but Adai brought that down.
I thought he was throwing to Kobe James, actually. Kobe, I was like, that's way too high. But so they'll go for the 2-point conversion. They'll hand off to Gregorich, and he'll have no trouble running people over and picking up the 2-point conversion for Pioneer. So it's 8-0, 9:41 left on the clock here in the first quarter. So Pioneer draws first blood, taking it right down the field with pretty much no problem. Every play, they picked up at least 4 yards on every play, and that's what you like to see from the Panthers, getting things going here.
It's always a nice thing to score on the opening drive. It sets a little bit of a breather here, but now this defense has got to step up and bring in the heat against the Winamac Warriors.
Like I said, Winamac coming in here, they've got a new regime there, some new coaches up there doing their thing with Coach Craig Barr. He's known as a quarterback guru. So we'll see what they do here on offense, see if they want to come out and throw the ball, if they're going to try to pound it. Watch some scrimmages with them this spring and summer, and they were more of a running team, really. They ran a lot. They set up in kind of like a double wing and just really pounded it. Now, last week, Adai Llewellyn had some really nice kickoffs, so he can definitely get it down to the 10 to the 5 even if he gets a hold of it.
Number 1, Jeb Smith backed up deep for the Warriors.
Of course, I jinx him, and he kicks it out of bounds, and wow. Brenton Mersch just got walloped by number 45 there on the sideline, Bo Brandt, and the penalty flag came out, so that'll move him back. So Winamac will take over here on the 40-yard line. Now they'll move him back, actually.
And so the ball was kicked out of bounds, which is a penalty itself.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a legal procedure penalty, but then I don't know if the flag went out for, it didn't go out for the hit, I guess. It was legal.
Puts him on the 35.
There you go. So Winamac will start on the 35.
Keith Bell brings his team up to the line. Looks like they're starting in tight.
Looks like we got Pioneer moving. Nice attempt by number 36. That is the fullback Dylan Fox. Picked up about a yard on the play. Yeah, he pretty much sitting in that phone booth right now is what it looks like. You're maybe 10 feet away from tackle to tackle.
They're foot to foot out there on their splits. They're going old school.
I'll tell you what, Pioneer can load the box as well, too. There's a handoff to Fox again, and he might have got back to the line of scrimmage on that fall forward, but not much more. Good job by Pioneer gang tackling.
Looks like Kobe James and Jonathan Beckley are in there.
Kobe James is a kid that last year tore his ACL before, in the casting game, and he was doing some good things up to that point and looking to get into that starting lineup. But I'm glad he's back. He's a very athletic kid, good football sense. Oh, that was good. Wow. Good job by Miles Von Tobel to make the initial contact, and then Dustin Sparks comes in and makes sure that Kyle Chumley didn't go anywhere else. So that'll be up on 4th down.
Finished off by Dustin Sparks.
So 4th and 14 for Winamac.
Also 5 yards on the play. Make it 4th down, Winamac.
That vaunted Pioneer defense doing their thing out there. It's like Jack Kaiser will be back for the punt return. Dangerous as ever back there.
Too many men on the field, it looked like.
So we'll push them back a little bit more.
Looks like Jeb Smith back here to punt for the Warriors.
Penalty against Winamac. And a 5-yard penalty.
Early in the season, there's still a lot of little simple mistakes like that. Who's on and who's off.
Yeah, last week against Lewis Cass, Pioneer and Lewis Cass both had a lot of penalties. That's a good punt. Wow, it got a good leg into that one, and it checks up right there about the 32-yard line.
That was that landed right on the sideline. Didn't give Kaiser a chance to return it. Guessing that might have been planned.
I wouldn't want to kick to him, that's for sure. So Pioneer will take over after the punt and set up on the 33. Panthers will come out of the huddle. Got Gregorich, Von Tobel, Ezra Llewellyn back there at wing. Kaiser gets his troops set, puts Von Tobel in motion. He'll hand off to Gregorich, and he gets hit. Nice tackle there by number 28, Gabe Townsend. That's where you got to hit him. You've got to hit him very, very low because you hit him high, and
he's going to run over you.
He's going to run over you and bring the pain. 3-yard gain even with that for Gregorich.
Yeah, he was hit right at the line, too.
Between Gregorich and Kaiser, I'll tell you what, you hit them at the line, they're still going to pick up their 3 yards more than likely.
Run after contact.
Yep, the rack. Kaiser set up in the shotgun formation, puts Ezra Llewellyn in. There goes Kaiser. He's off to the races.
Finds a seam.
Runs a hole right through Jeb Smith for the Warriors, and he gets all the way down past the 20-yard line to the 15. Wow.
That runs good for a Pioneer.
It's like about 49-yard pickup.
49-yard pickup for Jack Kaiser. His first carry of the game. When you have Jack Kaiser in the backfield, You can do a lot of things, and you can look. You don't have to look the greatest because you say, here, Ford, do it.
When you got the Llewellyn brothers and Gregowich, they got a lot of options, and that's what that play was. He pulled it in and took it up the left side.
This time it's going to go to Gregorich, and he'll squirt forward.
Brought down by Fox again.
Another about a 3-yard gain for Gregorich. And he'll take that all night long, just pounding you.
Oh, he'll take any chance to run the ball, he'll take it for you.
He might run to the sideline and find somebody to hit. Kaiser in that shotgun formation. He'll move Gregorich to his right. Von Tobel motion, hand up. Now Kaiser will keep it, and he'll slip a tackle. Another tackle, and then he just runs a hole through. And that'll be a touchdown for Jack Kaiser. I tell you what, he's another guy you don't want to get in front of too much.
No, he puts the time in the weight room off season, during season. He's still in the weight room. That boy is strong.
The lower body is so strong, and that's what the Notre Dame faithful are looking at right now, the lower body structure of Jack Kaiser and how much they can put on him to play linebacker up there.
Gabe Townsend for the Warriors got a hit on him, but just wasn't able to bring him down.
So Kaiser will set up for that 2-point conversion. Pioneer really doesn't have anybody to kick the PATs, so they'll go 2-point pretty much all year. Kaiser will roll to his right, finds a wide open Adai Llewellyn. Great catch, and that'll be another 2 points for Pioneer. Pioneer up 16-0, 5:50 left here in the first quarter. We'll take a quick break. You're watching RTC TV 4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Shepherd Chevrolet Buick Fiber Communications. You like family. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications to fit your budget. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Shepherd's Rochester. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at RTC1, offering state-of-the-art care for Fulton County for over First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout north central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
Welcome back to Pioneer High School. Pioneer up 16-0. Adai Llewellyn getting ready to kick off for the Panthers.
Jim Smith, deep for the Warriors.
There's a boot all the way down to the 7. Smith will bring it up to the 20 and gets dropped by Jack Kaiser up the 23-yard line.
Kaiser in on the stop.
He picked that up at a 5. He got a decent return on that. I mean, that was pretty much a line bullet there, so he had a little bit of time to get out there. Looks like he picked up about 18 yards on the return.
Decent coverage by the Panthers. Kaiser down there just like a missile down the field. Keith Dell set behind the center. Everybody's tight, and we got motion, looks like on Pioneer. That was number 78. Brady Smith, I believe, that might have jumped. Got a head start.
Offsides against Pioneer. Be a 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
Some of the other games going on in the TRC, which is what the Rochester Zebras are in. They're playing at Knox tonight, the Knox Redskins. It's John Hendricks, the head coach up there, just picked up his 200th win of his career. Congratulations, John. Longtime Carroll Cougar coach, won state championship there at Carroll. Jeb Smith fumbles the ball, starts to fumble it, and then he just gets drilled by Gregorich going around that far side and not going to get anything out of that.
Danny Gregorich on the stop for Pioneer.
Looks like they got a loss of 5 on there.
Pioneer pursues so well into the backfield when you have Gregorich there and Connor Walker. I mean, you've got some veteran fellas up there in the front line, the front 7 actually. I mean, you've got veteran guys. Danny McKagan there at number 55, who is a senior. Hadn't seen a whole lot of action until this year, but he's a big part of the Panther team. There's a pitch back to number 37, Kyle Chumley, and might have picked up a couple on the play.
Chumley, the ball carrier.
Looks like a Dye and Kaiser and a few other guys in there on the tackle.
So bringing up 3rd and 6 for the Warriors. And they're still setting that tight formation.
3 yards on the play. Make it 3rd down.
Heel to heel. That's crazy. You just don't see it much anymore.
Again, Pioneer jumping off sides. This time it's looks like Connor Walker maybe. So I'll give them 5 more yards at least.
It's been their best offense yet.
5-yard penalty. Make it 3rd down and 1 yard to go.
So it'll be 3rd and 1. So Winamac has an achievable first down here. Kokomo ran this kind of offense with when Brett Colby was the coach over there. He's since went to Mechanical to be an assistant to be under his son. I think Austin's his son, I believe. And the Kokomo ran this offense. They just so tight, the double wing, and it's really hard to kind of see where the ball's at.
Yeah, if you hide the ball well with it that close, it can make some surprise for you. So they may be setting them up for something. They gave him the first down on the penalty. 1st and 10 for the Warriors.
It was 3rd and 6. 36 with a 5.
There's a nice little run by Chumley. He pounds it forward, picks up a few yards. I'll give him about 4 yards on that play.
Made it 4 yards on the play.
And second.
Make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6 on the 37 for Winamac. Dell takes a snap. He'll pitch it to Chumley, and this time runs into a pile.
The whole front line of the Pioneer Panthers there.
No, what you get is Pioneer just taking that front line and just submarining and letting those linebackers clean up the mess pretty much.
Make it 3rd down, 5 yards.
Gregorich, Von Tobel, and Sparks, your linebackers back there. They've got Kaiser way up, usually playing that safety spot, kind of like just a ball hawk. And now with this offense, he can really get up in there and make a lot of tackles. Another pitch to Chumley.
Chumley, the ball carrier.
He's been their big ball carrier this series. So another 4th down for the Warriors.
And a bunch of half tackles for the front defensive line for the Pioneer again. Looks like Brady Smith and that Connor Walker on the other side. Looks like they got it. Oh, Connor's on this side. 60. There, he switched again. Yeah, trying to keep him straight.
Just keep jumping back and forth between Brady Smith and Connor Walker playing those ends. So now we're going to, it's like number 1, Jeb Smith, will be back to punt again. He had a nice punt earlier. This time not so nice. And that one didn't get out there very far. See where they mark it out at.
Kicked it out of bounds, and Fortunately, it was about an 8-yard punt.
Wow.
The other one was about 48.
Yeah.
It's like it got off the side of his foot, and sometimes that just happens when you have a poor drop.
Connor Walker's not going any further than he has to. Everybody else is back there where Jack was at.
Watch the officials, he says.
Walker's like, hey, guys, let's have the huddle up here by the ball, closer. You don't have to walk 25 yards.
Being a former offensive lineman, I completely understand.
Playing both sides of the ball as well, and very good at it. Walker anchors that front line for the Panthers on offense. Kaiser sets behind. Motion for Llewellyn. It's a fake handoff. He's looking. He had Sparks. Now he's got Llewellyn. Ezra Llewellyn pulls a nice pass in from Kaiser, and that'll be enough for the first down.
12-yard reception.
Nice throw by Kaiser. Last week he had a lot of passes. He threw some passes. They weren't pulled in. This week, I believe he's perfect so far.
Yeah, 3 for 3.
So he's got Adai Llewellyn set in the backfield now, taking Greg Urch's spot. And Ezra will shift into the backfield as well. Von Tobel in motion. It's time to hand off to Adai Llewellyn. And if he can get loose, he's gone. 15, touchdown.
35 yards.
35 yards for Adai Llewellyn, playing that fullback spot.
He got that one step on that guy and then turned on the afterburners and nobody was catching him.
He had nice blocking up front too. Good job by leading that block by Miles Von Tobel. One thing about that wing T offense, you've got to have those halfbacks that are willing to block. They're not just out there to run the ball. They're going to block. Tight end, you're going to be blocking. I mean, that's a key success factor for Pioneer every year.
Unselfishness there.
So Kaiser will set for the 2-point conversion. And just run a quick sweep play to Ezra. And he'll pick up quick 8 points right there. So 1:31 left here in the first quarter, and it's 24-0 Pioneer.
Speed helps, makes the game go really fast.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And you can pick up points really fast.
Go ahead and hit some TRC games that are going on around the area. Manchester is hosting Bluffton tonight. Central Noble is at North Miami. Columbia City will be at Whitco. Maconaquah plays at Lewis Cass tonight. Southwood hosting Oak Hill. It's a big rivalry over there in Grant and Wabash County. Peru at Northfield, another Wabash County battle. Peru got waxed last week against Logansport, who's really a team that this third year of Mike Johnson being there, really, he has a lot of talent. And he feels this is the best team he's ever had in 3 years. So good luck to him. You got Tippecanoe Valley at Culver Academy and Wabash at Alexandria tonight. So there's some TRC games going on. Got to sign autographs for my fans, I guess. I don't know. They kick to Smith down to the 10. And they cut Kaiser, and a good tackle by Ezra Llewellyn. And we've got a couple flags out there.
Smith on the return. Llewellyn in on the stop.
So we'll see where these flags take the Warriors.
Jeb on the return tried to cross the field, picked up 12.
Kaiser got upended right there in the middle of the field. I don't know if that was if they cut him and see out there for Pioneer on that defensive line, number 77, a sophomore Mason Schnurple getting some time. He got a lot of time last weekend against the Cass Kings. He looked really good out there. So this will move Winamac back 10 yards, so they'll get to start. on the 12. It's not going to help Winamac by any means with this defense of Pioneer.
Pioneer in that 5-3 defense. And there they're going for the bootleg.
So that pass goes incomplete, but Von Tobel put the pressure on Keith Dale.
Wow, just like we were saying, setting them up for something else, attempting that bootleg. It's a little dangerous when you're on the 12 and you got a lot of speed from Pioneer screaming at you.
Yeah, Winamac, running it so, with that offense being so close together, and I mean, you just sneak out a tight end or one of those backs, and you've got to be ready for that. So Dell sets under center. Go motion right, then they go with a reverse, but that's going nowhere, and it looks like the ball was fumbled. Let's see who recovered that. Winamac's able to cover. Looks like it was Patrick Kiefer getting on top of that one. So already Winamac's pushed back another 3 yards. So 3rd down, 13. Going the wrong way, and the quarter's about up here.
I couldn't even tell who they were attempting that second handoff to on that one. They're so close.
I think it started out to number 20, Houghton, and then it went to Jeb Smith, I think. Now we've got a penalty.
Looks like they ran out of time on the play clock.
Wow.
Delay a game.
So 27.5 seconds left in the first quarter. Winamac will be pushed back again on their own penalty.
He's not going to start the clock?
You guys going to make sure you do the miracle minute in between quarters here?
Yep.
Yeah, they're all nervous.
So 3rd down and long for Winamac.
No, you are.
If you believe that, just you and I do.
Okay.
Dell will drop back, and he's got a wide open Llewellyn. Adai Llewellyn picks it, goes to the house. Touchdown, Pioneer. You just talked about that, Doug. How dangerous that backfield of Pioneer can be with throwing the ball. And boy, I tell you what, Ezra Llewellyn wide open for that pass. And take to the house. Adai Llewellyn having a heck of a game already. We're not even at the end of the first quarter.
2 TDs, 3 TDs.
3
now.
TDs.
And a PAT as well.
He's on fire. Now Miles Von Tobel playing quarterback. Just setting the, it's like he'll be up under center. Gregorich in that backfield. They'll hand off to Gregorich and
untouched.
No problem at all. Well, it's 32-0 here already, and we're not even at the end of the first quarter for Pioneer and Winamac. It just shows the talent Pioneer has this year that came back and from the state title championship. Everybody knew, everybody in the northern part of the state, we're thinking, these Panthers, they've got something going on up there. Being to the state championship 3 out of the last 4 years, almost winning it when they went there in 15. Lost by, I believe, 1 point.
Preseason polls, obviously all the other coaches agreed with it. I think out of the 6 classes, they had 160 votes as preseason ranked number 1. I think the next was someone else in 5A. They had 155. So that's pretty impressive, and obviously the other coaches respect it and their talent and coaching at the same time.
Yeah, he's past 20 years plus. I mean, they've been special here if you're a Pioneer Panther, Pioneer faithful.
Yeah, if you haven't made a trip to the pit, you need to do some at some point in time.
And Di Llewellyn will send it down, and that'll go into the end zone for a touchback.
Hey, he's been kicking to the right. He pulled one to the left there.
So not only can he pick off passes, catch touchdowns in the end zone, run them in, now he's got a touchback to his favor. So he's got a career night already in the first quarter.
Yeah. In the first quarter, he's got stats that most people want for a whole game.
Yardage might not be that much, but the results have been great. So Winamac will get started here on the 20. Keith Dell back there. Jeb Smith at one of the halfbacks. Motion for number 20 or 30, yeah.
So 35.
35. There's Trent Fox. And it's all for nothing. He's shoved way back there. It's about a 4-yard loss. So we're at the end of the first quarter. Pioneer is up 32-0 over the Winamac Warriors. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Thanks for watching RTC TV4.
Let's see how much money we can raise for the Pioneer Dance Marathon in 60 seconds.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Blue Dragon Taekwondo, Chevrolet, Buick, whether you want to learn self-defense, like physical cross-training, or looking to compete in national tournaments, Blue Dragon Taekwondo is the arearea's leading martial arts authority. Test drive today. Online at tkdbluedragon.com. RTC Fiber Communications, offering state-of-the-art care for the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications, the area's healthcare data and video care from head to toe. Online at woodlawnhospital.com. Local support, local investment. Online at RTC. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
Okay, Scott Sager with you here tonight. John Hines, of course, Doug Hess helping us out tonight, doing a great job. John, this Pioneer team, I'll tell you what, there's something else.
I'll tell you what, Scott, these guys are legit. I mean, 1A ranked for a reason, number one. Jack Kaiser, when you have a guy like that on your team, I mean, but the thing is, Jack Kaiser's great. I mean, he is great, but they've got so many weapons out there with Ezra and Di Llewellyn, Danny Gregorich, that whole offensive line. I mean, they're road graders out there. I mean, they've really done a nice job so far tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And, you know, it's just a whole system. You got good kids coming up. You got good senior leadership. You got great coaching, some good play calling. It's just everybody involved. Now, I just wanted to pop on the air here for a few moments and, hey, let folks know we've got 4 live games tonight. We're the only company in the state of Indiana to have 4 live football games on our networks. We're really proud of our crews out there. We got Steve Stricker up at Culver tonight as they take on South Central. We've got Jeremy Swango and our friends at WROI up there at Knox as they cover the Rochester game. We've got Dakota Hayden, a Caston graduate, helping to cover the Caston versus North Judson game. And, of course, we've got John and Doug down here. So I just want to thank everybody. Tune in, pop around to the other games, of course. Enjoy it all here from RTC. Can't thank our sponsors enough for all they're doing as we continue to grow. I'm going to hand it back over to John and Doug. Keep up the good work, my friend. Love the call.
Thanks a lot, Scott.
Gain of 4 yards on the play makes it 4th down, Winamac.
So Pioneer back on track. Now it's 4th down. Looks like the Warriors will be punting again. Early in the second quarter, Pioneers already taking care of business. There's a good spiral. Wow. Moves Kaiser back in between the 30 and 25, and he cuts forward. He's to the 50, makes some nice moves to the 40, to the 30 before he's finally drug out of bounds.
Kaiser on the return.
It looks like you've got him bottled up, and he just is able to patiently run hard. That's what I call it. He's a very patient, hard runner.
That was a 45-yard punt, but it was a 43-yard return.
It's a net of 2 yards.
Pioneer starts this drive, 1st and 10 from the Winamac 26-yard line.
I talked about this with Cody last week and how Pioneer can tilt the field so quick on defense to offense, offense to defense. The defense works so hard to give Pioneer's offense very, very short field position, and that's what they've got right now, sitting on the 26-yard line. Handoff to Ezra Llewellyn, and he cuts it down to the right side, and he'll finally get out of bounds. Not before that first down, though.
Forced out of bounds by Fox. That carries good for a Pioneer.
Another 12 yards pickup for him.
So another first down for Ezra Llewellyn. Just run that sweep play, that jet sweep, nice little play. Get your blockers out there, set the edge, and goodbye. You got Kobe James over here on this left side at one receiver. Then you've got Cal Kinley at the other side. And not much there for Adai Llewellyn. Winamac did a good job of sniffing that one out.
Yeah, it looks like they attempted that jet sweep, and Llewellyn pushes it up to the middle. I know it was designed that way, but their defensive line stepped up and pushed the offensive line right back into that gap.
So the Panthers will be, they might have picked up a yard, if that. So 2nd down for Pioneer. Ball sitting on the 12-yard line.
Nope.
Yeah, not much going on in that play. It's like a fumble there, but Pioneer will recover it.
I think the Warriors did. Looks like he got hit right on his arm with the helmet by Winamac there and popped out.
So Winamac will take over.
Winamac takes over, 1st and 10.
The official called timeout here to see what's going on.
Official timeout.
Chumley might have had some blood on him. He'll come out. So Winamac will be on the 12-yard line getting this drive started. And boy, I tell you what, for them, they're hoping that they can get a decent drive at least. I mean, they've went nowhere quick. I mean, they haven't had anything sustainable whatsoever yet.
I know we talk about Pioneer's offensive weapons, but obviously they don't give up too many scores. That's pretty impressive for them.
Oh, and it's picked off by Sparks. What a grab by Dustin Sparks. He'll take it in. Touchdown, Dustin Sparks. The big red-headed senior rumbling in from that linebacker spot. Great job by Sparks. I mean, that's got to make him a happy camper tonight.
Oh, yeah, he'll be smiling for a while on that one. Bounced off that guy's arm and right into his hands, but he kept his hands on it. It was a little fumbly, but he grabbed it in and then pushed his way into the end zone.
A lot of pressure on Keith Dale on that play, running to his right, but great job by Dustin Sparks to get his hands out there and kind of, just in the right place at the right time. So Kaiser will be back under center. 2-point conversion.
Jeb Smith, some nice defensive hands there.
Good job by Jeb Smith breaking that play up. So 9:15, Pioneers up 38-0 here in the second quarter.
It's Kaiser's first incomplete pass.
Knox and Rochester tied up at 0, about to end the first quarter. You were talking about that defense of Pioneer and what they mean to the offense, which a lot of the guys go both ways. I mean, it's not like you're talking NFL or anything like that, college, but I mean, this is 1A football, and a lot of guys have to go both ways, but there is a lot of depth out there either way, and you're going to see that later on in the game. You're going to see that some of these guys rotating more and more and more, and through the season, I think with that depth that Pioneer has, that defense, you can get some rest and be ready to go on offense or defense or whatever position that you really excel at.
One of the things that helps them, and I mean, unfortunate for other teams, but they've got that huge lead in the first period alone. I mean, it's 38 already nothing. That opportunity allows the younger guys to get in there and start stepping up, working with some of the older guys, and that builds confidence all the way through for both the players and the coaches.
Definitely. I mean, it only means good things here at Pioneer.
Smith deep to receive.
So Llewellyn will be ready to kick off. He cranks it down, and that'll be right at the 6-yard line. A great kick. Good speed by Jeb Smith, but he gets wrapped up over there by Llewellyn.
14-yard return for him.
Ezra Llewellyn on the tackle. Pretty cool that a die can make the kickoff, and brother, go down there and make that tackle for me. Been doing it for quite a while, from youth league, junior high, and now here at the varsity level as sophomores. So Winamac will get it started on the 21-yard line.
Looks like they're spreading out now.
Yeah. This is what you're going to have to do to score points on Pioneer, or even move the ball to me. I mean,
that's number 12, Russell Compton back there. He's a freshman.
And they still hand off, but not before a host of Panthers make that tackle.
I don't know, I missed the whole play because you guys are messing around. 37.
It looked like Chumley got about a yard out of that, but trying to spread out the Pioneer defense there, the two whiteouts.
And a different quarterback.
You guys have got to wait on a break in the action. Talk to me on the radio. I missed the whole play on that. You didn't really miss it.
It's Compton again back there in that shotgun formation.
Too many guys on the field, maybe.
Delay a game.
Clock ran out again.
Yep. Clock ran out, and
Delay of game against Winamac.
Brenton Mersch will go in there for Pioneer, 57. Zach Taylor will go in for the Panthers as well.
Remains second down.
Looks like we got a score from Caston and North Judson at the end of the first. Caston 0, North Judson 20.
Judson's a team that I see as being pretty good this year in the HNAC. Got a lot of guys that came back. It's a deep pass, a battle, and he did pull it in. Great grab by number 3. Tyson Johnson. Now that's a kid out here playing football that just does his thing. He's a very athletic young man, good basketball player. Nice grab by Tyson. So that'll be the first down for the Warriors. That wasn't a penalty on Pioneer.
Okay.
That's a freshman stepping in.
Yeah, I just got the winners for the game ball and the Buffalo Wild Wings kick, and it's not halftime.
Good tackle. He's able to shed the first tackle from Brock Smith, the Pioneer, but then he gets upended. Kyle Chumley gets back to about the line of scrimmage on that carry.
Yes, but I was just radioed saying they were selling until halftime. Am I wrong, or did I mishear that? Never mind, don't worry about it. Jesus Christ, you idiot. Can't take this.
So Compton set behind center in that shotgun formation. He takes a snap, he rolls to his right. He'll fire it downfield. And a great catch by Jeb Smith.
That's complete to Jeb Smith.
Nice pass by that freshman Compton. So he's had a couple nice passes.
29 yards.
Both balls have been kind of jump balls, though. I mean, you had guys that could have easily picked them off. Kaiser just didn't quite get the angle he needed to break that one up. This time he slips a tackle, but Brenton Mersch gets in on the sack. Zach Taylor and Brenton Mersch, couple young fellas for the Panthers out there making the tackle, making the sack.
Yeah, Mersch got the initial hit and looked like he was about ready to get away, but then Taylor came along and finished it off for him. Loss of 8 yards for him.
So second down, 18 to go for Winamac. And Compton drops back and he just chucks it up, and it's a battle. And this time Ezra Llewellyn wins that battle, and he'll probably win this race. 40, 35, 30, 20. Breaks another tackle. He gets down to the 5. Can't quite take it to the house, but, well, now Adai Llewellyn has that to put on his brother and say, hey, I took it to the house, man.
That's right.
You couldn't even get it in the end zone. What are you doing? Great battle down here for the interception, though. I mean, he held his ground, turned perfectly. It's almost like a basketball block out to get that interception.
Exactly. And he gets 62 yards on the return.
62-yard return. Must be on the 30 or on the 7-yard line. I'll tell you what, it's Winamac was making some momentum there with spreading it out, putting in the freshman Compton, and he was just going down the field, but the Panthers defense is just way too experienced for that. This is a nice run by Von Tobel, and he'll roll into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. So with 5:38 left in the first half, 44-0 Pioneer. We'll take a break. We'll be back. You're watching RTC TV4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, farm personal property, and farm outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. The lawyers and staff at Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services on.
So back here at Pioneer, the 2-point conversion was good. It was a pass from Kaiser to Cal Kinley. Just a quick little out route. So it's 46-0 for the Panthers. So Doug, so far so good for Pioneer. This is kind of what a lot of people expected. Come down here, get that quick lead, keep rolling with this first half and get those guys in the second half and let them do their thing. Some of the JV, some of the freshmen, let them play.
Yeah, I noticed last week at Lewis Cass, it was good to see actually the seniors and the starters go almost the full game before some of those younger guys get in. They need to get that started, but it looks like they were all pumped up this week and they've stepped up, and they're going to get a little bit of a breather probably during the second half, so give some of those young guys step in early in the season, and that's a big plus for the whole program.
That's what last year, I mean, that's, you know, you put these varsity guys out here for 4 quarters, there could be a lot of records broken real quick. So Adai Llewellyn sets the kickoff again. He's had some good ones.
It's like he's kicking into the wind a little bit this time. Wind's picking up out there.
I don't think it matters to him.
Yeah, he got a boot on it down to the 10.
Wireman looked like he was going to get that tackle, but he got picked off. But it's what Adai Llewellyn's back there as a safety man, makes the tackle. Nice run by Smith.
Yeah, 39 yards.
Jeb Smith has some speed if they can get him the ball. Problem is they haven't got him the ball in any kind of open space. I mean, he's playing that wingback spot back there, and it's getting stopped before they can get anything going.
Jeb Smith has about 90 yards in returns tonight so far. So that's where they're building up their yards on returns.
Again, they've got Compton back there, the freshman, along with Chumley playing the fullback spot.
Oh, geez. Did you check in?
Corners are up tight. Llewellyn brothers both up on the line with these guys.
Gregorich faking that blitz. It's a handoff. As I say it, Jeb Smith gets it, but there's nothing going there. Miles Von Tobel, Gregorich, Connor Walker, all making contact. Easier said than done to get out in the flats and get some space, because this Pioneer defense is so quick and they do a great job of assignment football.
That was exactly what I was going to say. They play their gaps like they're supposed to. They don't give in. Even if the ball's going towards the other side, it looks like they stay in their assignment, and that keeps away the reverses. It keeps away the cutbacks.
This time it's a handoff to Chumley, and he'll go up the middle, but he might have got back to the line of scrimmage before Sparks and Von Tobel were in on there. Yeah, assignment football here at Pioneer is almost religion. I mean, I tell you what, you talk to a lot of people around the area, and you might have good teams, but do you have good coaches? Do you have good kids that are going to say, okay, Friday night, I'm not going to be a hero. I'm just going to do my thing and let everybody else do what they're supposed to do, and we'll win this game.
Trusting the coach, that's big. The coach has obviously built trust with the players, all of the coaches.
Compton rolling out. He'll fire it up top, and Jack Kaiser, hello, I've got this one now. Kaiser to the 50, cuts it back across the field. What a move! Woo! And he is gone. Number 4, you see the caboose. Touchdown, Jack Kaiser.
65 yards.
65, oh man. We'll bring it back. I got all excited, and this flag's out here. I'll tell you what, if Compton keeps doing what he's doing, just throwing those fade routes, it could be a game of picks all night long.
Yeah.
And he's a freshman. I mean, I like the idea of getting him in there, letting him toss it around, but you've got some experience back there for Pioneers DBs, and they're not going to let you just chuck it up there. So this was coming back. Even though, I mean, that's a highlight reel play, and I'll tell you what, the Huddle program will probably put that on there just because it was a nice play.
Yeah, that stopped on a dime and cut back up towards the middle.
Wow.
The guy went flying across in front of him. That was pretty impressive.
We'll see what happens now. Pioneer will be sat on the 50. Kaiser up under center. Llewellyn and Llewellyn split. Gregorich, handoff to Adai Llewellyn, and he's got some running room down the sideline. And he's almost breaks the tackle, but he'll be dropped at about the 20-yard line. It's an easy first down for Adai Llewellyn.
30-yard pickup.
Well, he's just chunking it up out there, just 12, 13. I mean, he doesn't take long to get his yardage.
And it was good to see those guys on the outside also continuing to sustain their blocks, not just hit and turn and look where that guy is. They sustain. And I know those coaches have spent time. It's obvious that our runners wait for the block and then make a decision too.
It's a handoff to Gregorich, and he slips a tackle, and then he gets hit on the left side pretty good by number 40 for the field on that tackle. And yeah, these backs do a great job of reading where the blocks are going, knowing to ride the hip of the blocker and breaking off of that, getting to the hash. I mean, they do a great job of it. Kaiser will hand off to Ezra Llewellyn, and he's trying to slip outside, and he'll get brought down inside the 5. And that'll be a first down for Pioneer. Talk about the blocking, Doug. If you can watch some of those receivers, Kobe James and Cal Kinley, they do a great job of hand fighting out there, keeping their guy out so they can't make that tackle. And they don't get enough credit out there.
Just get in their way is the first step, and that's what they're doing. They're getting in the way, turning their butts to where they want the runner to go, and that is not an easy lesson to teach wide receivers that want to catch the ball.
Not at all. Well, Adai Llewellyn adds to his career night with another touchdown. So 52-0. We're not even to the halftime. It's 2:30 left till halftime. And Pioneers continues to pour it on the Winamac Warriors tonight.
They spread that gap pretty well. They pushed one guy to the right, one guy to the left, and he just cut straight up in the middle of the two of them. It was good eyesight there to actually take that turn and turn it up the field, because he could have gone outside with it as well.
We'll set the 2-point conversion. Kaiser will drop he'll fire it, and Cal Kinley pulls it in for another 2-point conversion. So 54-0 Pioneer. We'll take a break. We'll be back after this from RTC TV4 and the sponsors. Thank you for watching and tuning in.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Blue Dragon Taekwondo. Whether you want to learn self-defense, physical cross-training, or looking to compete in national tournaments, Blue Dragon Taekwondo is the area's leading martial arts authority. Online at tkdbluedragon.com. RTC Fiber Communications. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
So back here at Pioneer, where Pioneer has pushed the lead 54-0 before halftime. With still 2:30 left, so there can still be some points put on the board by Pioneer. Adai Llewellyn set to kick off again. He's made a career of it so far. He blasts it down there, and that's going to be another touchback. Great job by Adai Llewellyn to get that foot in there, and he hits line drives.
That was even into the wind.
Well, you keep it down there, kind of like your golf game. You keep it down, and you're going to get some more distance. Good job by Adai Llewellyn. So once again, Winamac will be starting on the 20 after that touchback.
Everybody's seen it on TV. It was on TV. It's my fault.
And they're going to stay with that freshman, Compton. Back there at quarterback in that shotgun formation. A handoff to Chumley, and he'll drive forward, pick up a couple.
Fox, the ball carrier.
That was Fox, excuse me, not Chumley back there.
Brenton Merchant on the stop for Pioneer.
Mersch with the tackle for the Panthers.
Gain of 1 yard on the play makes it second down.
The second 9, 2:03 left here before halftime in Royal Center at the pit. Chumley will take the snap, and oh my goodness, Danny Gregorich, right place, right time. He knew exactly what was going to happen with that play. You know, Doug, that is something that scouting is wonderful, because they told it, I'm sure that they said, watch this, watch it. When they set up like this, they're doing this. And again, coachable kids, being at the right place, the right time, assignment football, it goes into all the success Pioneer gets.
You can't. It's hard to teach that. You want those kids to be able to learn from the scouting reports, from watching tape, but to be on the field, recognize it, and step up and do that. That is definite leadership. That is definite willingness and recognition. That is not an easy skill to teach.
Great job by Gregor, just stepping in, picking the pass off.
And they give it to him for the PAT.
Add to it. Danny Gregorich. It's 62-0, and just as I said earlier, the Pioneer could put more points on. They sure did, and they did it quickly. They didn't waste time doing it.
Brownie wingings.
It's a good-sized fan club out here tonight for the Pioneer in the pit. Looks like the pep band, or not, the pep band is here, and they even have a pep club. Looks like there's probably 45, 50 kids in the pep club this year for Pioneer.
It's good to see the student section out here for Pioneer coming out to cheer on their Panthers.
Smith deep to receive.
Might have heard this before. Adai Llewellyn to kick off. And that's one of his shorter kicks of the night. Fox with it, and he will get dropped right about the 25, 26-yard line. With 1:36 left here in the half, Pioneer up 62-0. They jumped on him early, jumped on him often, and haven't looked back since.
Winamac starts this drive, first and 10.
The Warriors are still stepping up, though. You can see that offensive line is still working hard, but, man, when you're pushing against those guys up front who are both strong and fast, it is difficult to keep those guys off your quarterback when they're trying to throw the ball. And for a freshman having that come at you, that is definitely something new from junior high to high school.
Well, one thing about it is, with a nice run there for the Warriors, But one thing about putting the freshman back there at quarterback, trial by fire, and wait till he's a senior. He's going to be a pretty solid young man at that quarterback position, getting those reps early this season. Now run by Fox, picking up 5. Another handoff. This time it's going to Chumley, and he pounds it forward. He'll pick up a first down, dragging Panthers along with him.
I think that's their second first down tonight on gained yardage.
Carries good for a Winamac.
Oh, excuse me, they had 2 passes.
Two passes, yeah.
4.
They had one to Johnson and one to, I believe, Smith. Nice powerful run by Chumley, not getting a whole lot, but he puts his head down and he drives forward.
Looks like Gavin James got him at the feet and knocked him up. He only got about 3-yard pick up there.
So Winamac will call a timeout. 22.6 seconds left here before halftime. At halftime, we'll have the stats for you for Pioneer. They're pretty lofty stats, too. So you don't want to miss that. Talk a little bit about what's going on this week here at Pioneer High School, athletic-wise.
I'm assuming Winamac called that timeout. 3 yards here. That last run makes it second.
So 22.6 before halftime. Winamac will have it here with 2nd and 7 to go. See if they decide to put it up in the air again and take that chance.
That is a chance.
And they will roll. Chumley will roll out, chuck it downfield, and Kaiser about one hand did it. But I think we've got a flag here.
That was a late flag.
Connor Walker putting the pressure on the freshman Compton.
Pass interference against Pioneer.
So it'll be pass interference on Pioneer with that throw. Got to give credit to the freshman
Compton.
Russell Compton, 5'10", 161 out there, getting chased by an all-state player,
Yeah.
Connor Walker, throwing into another all-state player, Jack Kaiser, another all-state player, Ezra Nadine.
Yeah.
I mean, 6 preseason all-state players out here for Pioneer. Crazy. Again, he'll roll out. And Connor Walker can't pull him in. And a good run by Compton. He's got that first down. And he will lower his head. And wow, he took on a hit. I'll tell you what, Russell Compton's making a name for himself tonight.
Picked up 13 yards on the scramble.
And I think he got the better of Von Tobel on that tackle. He upended Von Tobel on the hit. So he's got 5.9, and Winamac has a chance to put points on the board here. Scramble ability for Russell Compton.
Pick 6.
And that ball is broken up by Miles Von Tobel redeeming himself. Thrown right to Jeb Smith, but Compton does, or Von Tobel does a great job of breaking it up. So .7 left here.
Oh, wow.
So with .7.
Timeout. Winamac.
Oh, geez.
Timeout Winamac.
Well, you have to understand this is the closest they've been to their end zone all night, so I'm guessing they want to take that chance, the possibility to get in there.
It's a teaching lesson, I'll tell you. You know, this could come down later on in the season. Winamac down by 1 or 2 points, need to put a point on the board. You know, this is where you do it right here. You work on the play that's going to get you that touchdown or get you where you need to be.
I know the fans don't always agree exactly with what some of the coaches are doing, but I do understand the coaches are usually attempting to do something that's going to help them, teach them a lesson, especially only in the second game of the season. This is where a lot of the lessons are, and they're helping out for later on in the season.
Definitely. You always have that argument, why you put points on the board late when it's 80-0 or whatnot? And, you know, I mean, these are points that, you know, you still play the game. You still play the game. You can't tell a kid, don't score a touchdown, don't do this.
Especially
you're
when
out
it's
there
their first time in the game.
Exactly.
In the fourth quarter.
Exactly. I mean, you're out there to play and win too, and you play your hardest, and it doesn't matter if you're a senior or freshman, you're out there. You're wanting to do what you're supposed to be doing. We got 3 wide out here. Fox, Jeb Smith, number 20 out there, Jared Houghton. And we're going to toss it out to Smith. A little screenplay, but that was for nothing. So here at halftime, Pioneer up 62-0. We're going to take a break, get some of the sponsorships on here, and we'll come back with some stats for Pioneer. Watching RTC TV4. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in.
Winner of the game ball tonight is Ashton Scales. Ashton Scales wins the game ball.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Blue Dragon Taekwondo, RTC Fiber Communications. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Is the voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. RTC online at RTC1.com. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production. This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Shepherd's Chevrolet Buick in Rochester treats you like family. Shepherd's offers a wide variety of new and certified pre-owned vehicles to fit your budget. Stop out for your test drive today, online at shepherdsrochester.com. Woodlawn Hospital, offering state-of-the-art care for Fulton County for over 100 years. Woodlawn Hospital is the area's healthcare leader. Comprehensive care from head to toe, online at woodlawnhospital.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
Welcome back here at halftime. Pioneer leading big 62-0 over the Winamac Warriors tonight. And Doug, we've got some stats, and I'll tell you what, there's some career nights going on, and we're not even going into the third quarter yet.
And they're actually really not big numbers because Winamac hasn't made it past the 50 much all night, so the numbers aren't huge. I mean, for Kaiser himself, he only has 2 runs tonight for 61 yards. One was at 49 and then a 12. He scored on one of them. The big night's actually coming for Dye Llewellyn. He has 89 yards on 6 runs, 4 touchdowns and a PAT. That's pretty impressive, 4 touchdowns in 1.5. His brother Ezra has 27 yards on 4 runs. He has a 12-yard reception, but he also has a 62-yard interception, and he does have a PAT as well. Miles Van Tobel, 3 carries, 14 yards, but one of them is for a touchdown. Gregorich is actually carrying a lot of the load. He's got 9 runs. He's only got 39 yards, though, so he's grinding it up the middle, but he has pulled in 3 PATs, point after touchdowns. He also has an interception for a touchdown as well, and then the coach went right back to him for the PAT, and I'm sure that made him happy. He felt like he earned it. A few other stats there. Kinley actually has 3 receptions for 18 yards. 2 of them, though, were for PATs. And another reception, but actually an interception, is for Sparks, number 80. 15-yard interception and pushed it back into the end zone for a big TD. Kaiser passing is 5 for 6. He's got 33 yards passing. That's pretty good stats for a half, even though we with all the scoring by the running with that speed, 33 yards doesn't sound like much, but I do like the fact that he's 5 for 6, and accuracy there is going to be more important later on.
So there you have it, some of the stats for the Panthers. Again, not real gaudy numbers, but very, very efficient numbers for Pioneer so far. Some of the other scores around the area, some of the scores that RTC TV is covering tonight. Knox and Rochester are still tied at 0. North Judson is up on Caston 35-0. Culver is up on South Central 14-7, about halftime there. So Pioneer showing what they have in the arsenal tonight. I mean, they are hitting on all cylinders, 62-0, and they just really look solid tonight so far.
And Winamac's got some speed there. I mean, Jeb Smith, himself alone, I know there's been a lot of returns, but he's got about 90 yards in returns, and that's pretty impressive right there. But Pioneer's defense, what was it, last year? The sixth game before someone finally scored a touchdown on him?
6 or 7, yeah, and that was against the JV, I believe.
Yeah. And so their defense is just so, like we talked about earlier, assignment-driven, filling the gaps, being in the right spot, being unselfish, and that is team play. And obviously the coaches have drilled it into their head. It's a trust both ways, players and coaches.
Definitely. Pioneer does a great job of trusting what their coaches give them. Dave Gregorich, the defensive coordinator, he's kind of the Energizer bunny for the Panthers, honestly. If you meet this kid, he's all about enthusiasm, getting those guys going. Coach Berkshire, he's a laid-back guy. He's just, okay, boys, keep her. Yeah, he's that kind of guy. Then, of course, you got Matt Gates, former Indiana North-South All-Star, helping out this year and last, and Matt Bianco. I mean, it's fun to watch, and it's fun to see these guys. Younger guys, just pushing their 30s other than Berkey. And, I mean, you've got some talented coaches down there that really put in a lot of time and effort. And then you've got to remember Aaron Kaiser, Ryan Llewellyn, Lytle. I mean, you've got other guys in this whole framework of Panther football. You've got the youth league coming up. You've got guys willing to put in the time and effort to learn the plays, not to argue with the coaches. And that's one thing you've got to look at too, Doug. Here in Royal Center, these guys are doing this from 3rd grade on up. And it's clockwork. It's like a machine. You give these guys, the coaches, and say, okay, we're going to run wing tee, and this is what you're going to do, and these are some plays, learn the fundamentals. By the time you hit this stage, you should know everything.
Hey, they got
you should know
down.
everything.
They just got to work on their timing with the different players. A lot of times older and younger, coming in as a freshman or sophomore. But, yeah, they got their footwork down. And so they know the names of the plays. They got the names of the defenses. It's just consistency, and it's obviously has been built up from these guys that take the time past this field and go to the youth league field.
Youth league field, and, I mean, they're going to camps in the summer, going to the National Wing Tee Camp, doing their thing up there. I believe they won that with their footwork with the wing tee. I mean, Coach Johnson was here. That was his big thing, man. We're teaching the footwork. You'd be out here 20 minutes, dance steps on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy, but I'll tell you what, the results prove themselves. Yeah, out here on the field. We'll take another break. We'll come back here real quick, talk a little more Pioneer football, see what's going on in the world of sports here at Pioneer as well. You're watching WRTC TV4. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Shepherd's Chevrolet Buick in Rochester treats you like family. Shepherd's offers a wide variety of new and certified pre-owned vehicles to fit your budget. Stop out for your test drive today, online at shepherdsrochester.com. Woodlawn Hospital, offering state-of-the-art care for Fulton County for over 100 years. Woodlawn Hospital is the area's healthcare leader. Comprehensive care from head to toe, online at woodlawnhospital.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production. This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Blue Dragon Taekwondo. Whether you want to learn self-defense, physical cross-training, or looking to compete in national tournaments, Blue Dragon Taekwondo is the area's leading martial arts authority. Online at tkdbluedragon.com. RTC Fiber Communications. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
Back here at Pioneer High School halftime, Pioneer up big 62-0. We're going to go over a couple scores here that we've got. Logansport putting it on the Frankfurt Hot Dogs tonight, 42-0 a half. Lewis Cass and McConaughey in a battle, 14-all right now. So good game going on there. Some of the events going on here tomorrow. Let's go with girls volleyball. Coach Rod Nye having a nice season so far. They play at the Lafayette Central Catholic Invitational tomorrow. That's at 9 a.m. start. If you're not doing anything, head over there to Lafayette Central Catholic and catch some of these volleyball players. They've got a nice team coming back. A lot of talent. I've watched them a few times, and tell you what, they look really good.
They got some young girls on that team, too. I mean, they even had the freshmen in there last night. Was that last? Yeah, that was last night.
Beating Caston?
Yeah, in the Caston game. So that was another one. Got a chance to get up and to get some of those young kids in there to start working into their system. I'm sure Coach was happy about that.
One thing about volleyball, Rod Nye does a great job of getting his girls in positions that they can excel in. They put them out there, and they go to these tournaments, these big tournaments. I mean, they played in the Judson Blue Jay Invitational. Didn't come out the way they wanted, but that's a lot of experience to get some very, very good volleyball competition. Lafayette Central Catholic's going to be the same way. He's kind of taken a book out of the softball program, honestly, putting them against upper echelon, high, 4A teams and letting them go to battle. And, well, I tell you what, when it comes to 1A, then you're pretty well set.
Yeah. Yeah, some of the girls on that team can bring the heat down.
Yeah.
I was kind of impressed with some of that last night.
Yeah, Maddie Blickenstaff, Alexis Robinson, McKenna Landis, Haley Gleitz. I mean, I'm naming off
Olivia
people.
Brooke.
I'm naming off people that were all Logan Land last year coming back. And, I mean, there's a lot of those girls play baseball, play softball
yeah.
too, that just won a state championship. And one thing about Pioneer here, for all the viewers out there all over the world that are tuning in tonight, we appreciate it. Definitely enjoy you taking a look at us and seeing what the Panthers are doing tonight and all season long, not only football. We were going to have basketball, we'll have some baseball, softball, get volleyball up here and going here soon. We're definitely going to be bringing you Pioneer athletics, Pioneer events, concerts, whatever we can get on here for you, we're going to bring it. And we appreciate RTC TV4 for helping us out with that and being down here and being gung-ho about putting us on the air and putting us all over the world. And last week, I mean, we had over 1,000 views by midnight. I appreciate that. That was pretty awesome. By morning, we were over 1,200. I'm not even sure what we hit on that game alone. But we've got all kinds of former Panther football players and alumni all over the world. I know we've got Japan, we've got Mexico, we've got Brazil, obviously Florida, all over the country watching, tuning in, taking a look at what the Panthers are doing tonight. So
that's pretty impressive. The word spreads, it gets out. The internet just allows the
social
opportunity
media
for the chance for this stuff to spread so quickly, and people all over taking the opportunity and watching their hometown. That gives you a warm heart.
I like to do my shameless plugs all the time, put on Facebook, remind people, hey, this is going on, don't forget it. And I get a lot of text messages and stuff telling me, they appreciate the coverage and this is what they like. I mean, not everybody can, let's face it, not everybody can make it to Royal Center, Indiana on a Friday night. So why not? Why not tune in, watch these Panthers, watch your favorite players, watch your grandson, your niece, your nephew out there cheering or whatever. You're able to see it and enjoy it.
And there's not much anything else better than high school sports.
Oh,
I mean, these kids, they're
talk
student.
to me, Dougie. Talk to me.
It is. They are student athletes. I see these kids in the hallways. You see them smiling. You see them working hard. Then they spend 2-3 hours every night with running plays, running calisthenics, running conditioning, and then film, weight room in the morning before school. These kids know what it takes to be champions. Obviously, it's been proven. But to see these guys inside, and a lot of them are excellent role models for the younger kids because they're just nice. A lot of them are really good in class, and the ones that aren't are asking for help from the guys that are. And so it's great to see these guys pass the green gridiron here and to see what they can do with the books.
Great testament to Pioneer Community, Pioneer School Corporation.
Hey, who's that back to kick off?
Looks like it. Adai Llewellyn again. Get the second half underway. Fox will take it. He's able to get past the 25 to about the 26, 27-yard line on that kick return. Danny Gregorich down there with the tackle. So I don't think it'll be too long before we start seeing some guys trickle in there from JV freshman rosters getting their time tonight. But I'll tell you what, Winamac's not going to quit either. They're not going to quit. They're here for a purpose. They're trying to get better.
They're just like Pioneer. Those kids are student athletes. They want to step up and have some pride there. They want to be able to take it down the field just as well. I mean, they're kids too, and these guys are going to see each other off the field. And a lot of these guys hang out together on the weekends.
So you got the freshman Russell Compton back there at quarterback. He's going to hand it off, but nothing going. Miles Von Tobel able to plug up the hole.
Von Tobel able to stop for
Chumley on the carry, but he gets a loss of, looks like 5, 6, almost 6 yards on that loss.
loss of 5 yards on the play.
I'll go with the PA announcer, Jeremy Hall, saying 5. Thumbs up.
Make it second down for Winamac.
So 2nd and 15 for the Warriors. Just into this third quarter. It's another handoff, but boy, I tell you what, Pioneer is stuffing that front line of the Warriors.
Chumley, the ball carrier.
Chumley put his head down, but he sure didn't get much of anything on it. Thanks to Gavin James.
Brady Smith on the stop for Pioneer.
So 3rd down and 15 for Winamac. Compton getting the play. Comes Greg Rich around the end. And this ball is fired long. Tell you what, he's got a good arm. That was a tight spiral.
It was just over his head. He didn't even have a chance to jump at it. It got to him too quick.
So it'll be 4th down for Winamac. And they're going to set to punt. Jeb Smith back there to punt for Winamac. His first punt was a beaut. And this one's almost blocked. And this will check down and settle right there.
Punt is down by Dylan Fox.
Got a 10-yard punt.
Again, talked about the first half, how Pioneer can tilt the field so quick. And when you start here on your 34-yard line, it doesn't take much. Markel Hill going in for the Panthers, number 67. We haven't seen him yet tonight.
That's not Walker holding his back there.
And this is a game you can just kind of relax. Markel Hill now under center. Daniel McKagan there, number 55, tackle position. Kaiser get the troops set. There's a handoff to Wireman. Derek Wireman still on his feet, pounds it forward. And this should be enough for a first down. Derek Wireman keeps those feet moving and picks up a nice run for that first down.
Gaining 9 yards on the play.
I need my eyes checked. I thought he had that first down the way the referee, the side
that
judge
far
stepped
side
over
judge
there.
Stepped
And
over the line. And
I apologize.
I'm sure they'll forgive you.
Maybe.
But it was good to see Wireman.
I'm already
kick those
getting
legs.
texts saying no.
Yeah, it was good to see Wireman get in there and get some yardage and keep his feet moving.
He's back there at fullback again. Takes another handoff, and this time he keeps running. Boy, I tell you what, hurdles a man.
About 14 yards for Wireman there, and high stepped over a guy that was on his way down. That was pretty impressive. That kid has a lot of energy on and off the field. It's good to see him get some yards.
Derek Wireman reminds me of Austin Mersch last year. He's just that Spitfire guy that just can explode down the field. You give him a little space and he's gone. So quickly the Panthers are knocking at the door for another touchdown.
Enter into the red zone. It's Wireman.
Wireman, the ball carrier. Chumley into the stop.
Derek Wireman with about a 3-yard gain.
think it's second down for Pioneer.
So second down for the Panthers. They still have Wireman back there at fullback. Gregorich taking a break. Adai Llewellyn goes in motion. We've got a flag. Wireman's squirting through that line and not going to get to the end zone, but I think it's going to be for nothing. It's good. The flag, I believe there was a legal shift on the Panthers.
It looks like two of them were in motion at the same time.
Done a pretty good job so far tonight of not committing penalties. So this will move it back.
After the penalty for 5 yards. Remains second down.
Second down, Balby sat on the 13. Kaiser will take the snap, hand off to Wireman again, and he cuts it to the left and into the end zone. Touchdown. Derek Wireman getting some end zone time tonight.
He'll even be happy still on Monday.
Nice cut back to the left side and great blocking to get that seal.
Yeah, somebody came from the left side over there and took out that middle linebacker on that, allowed him to cut back. I didn't see what number it was.
They sealed that side up and kept that linebacker at bay, and Wireman did the rest. Von Tobel will go in at quarterback to take care of the two-point conversion. The ball was fumbled, but it's going to be picked up by Von Tobel. Boy, when you're fortunate, I tell you what. Miles Von Tobel. Wireman dropped the ball, but Von Tobel was right there and just walked right in.
It got kicked back to him somehow and knocked back to him and saw the opening.
We're at 70-0. 70-0. 7:31 left here in the third quarter. That defense just doing their thing. I'm tell you what, Dave Gregorich, give him credit. He's the mastermind of that defense, and you know he's having fun out there.
Yeah, I know all the talks for the offense. Those are the guys that get all the glory, but racking up those numbers for the tackles on these guys, the interceptions, they are everywhere on the field. And then the front line holding their lines and playing their assignments allows those linebackers and allows those outside linebackers to get those big tackles. So it is definitely a whole team effort on that defensive side of the ball. And it's hard to give them credit a lot of time. Like, oh, yeah, you say they keep people from scoring, but it's just not talked about that much as much as the offense. So it's good to see them get happy with that. Wow.
Third touchback of the night for Adai Llewellyn. This is nice.
He's getting better.
This is nice. I'll tell you what, that's a huge advantage for Pioneer when you can keep them, any team, 50% of the time you're going to be starting at the 20 as much as Pioneer will be kicking it off this year.
Yeah, true.
So Winamac's going back into that phone booth tonight. Motion for Chumley. It's pitched back to Chumley, but he's still, the ball pops loose, and that'll be a fumble, but a good recovery by number 20, Jared Hooten. I'm saying that right, Hooten, Hayton.
Yeah, I would have to say, Hooten.
It's probably something way crazy, and it's not even close. So Winamac will set up. Motion by Chumley. And nothing there for one of the wing backs. Fox gets dropped.
Fox, the ball carrier.
He doesn't get any gain on that play.
Gavin James in on the stop for Pioneer.
Gavin James with a nice tackle. Daniel McKay going into the lineup for Pioneer. He's been rotating in and out of that defensive front.
Short gain on the play makes it third down.
So 3rd and 10 for the Warriors. I'll tell you what, I mean,
It's hard to see.
it's hard to see, and it was Fox on the carry, but he lost about 2 yards.
Brady Smith in on the stop.
And that was Keith Dell back at quarterback these past couple.
Yeah, they've pulled Russell Compton, and I'll tell you what, I was impressed with that young man, and I think people are going to be impressed with him as the year goes on if he gets some more time.
More confidence. Oh boy.
Jeb Smith does a great job of getting away from what would have been a tackle or blocked punt.
Smith's punt goes out of bounds. I'm going to moonwalk this off.
Hey, he picks about a 28-yard punt after being chased by Gregorich back there, who did kind of a delayed blitz and found that opening between the center and guard and got right in his way. He ran 3 yards to the side and still got it off for a 28-yard punt.
We got some new faces in there. It's like Von Tobel's going to take over at quarterback this series at least. Kaiser's got his helmet off, chilling on the sideline. His work might be done for the night. It's a handoff to Wireman. He's able to pull his way forward for a couple. So we've got 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. 70-0 Panthers. Again, they were hitting on all cylinders early and often tonight. Not having much of a problem putting points on the board, that's for sure.
Not at all.
Brenton Mersch spread out wide here to split in.
Miles trying to take his time.
There's a handoff and a great move by Derek Wireman as he squirts forward. Nice run by Derek Wireman.
For about 15 yards for him.
15-yard gain. Well, I tell you what, those feet are moving, and he's got some elusiveness to him.
Yeah, he did a little step to the right and paused and came back left, let that guy cut in front of him, and picked up another 5 yards afterwards.
Now you put him back there in the backfield at fullback, you've got a different element compared to Danny Gregorich. You don't see a whole lot of sidestepping anything for Gregorich. That play looked like it was getting nothing, and it still picks up a few yards.
Yeah, Wireman squared off 2 of those tacklers.
It's a good, hard little running back. He only a sophomore? He's a junior.
He's a junior.
Junior, okay. 5'6", 140. Not your typical fullback by any means.
But that kid gives you everything, every play. He doesn't know how to go halfway. He loves to be in part of the team and just goes hard every time.
Von Tobel with a 2nd and 8. Playing quarterback now. Llewellyn boys in the backfield. This time they're going to hand off to Wireman again, and he squirts forward. About 7 yards on the carry for Derek Wireman.
Giving those linebackers a lot of work up there in the middle. They're getting hit from the front side and then from the other side, and then here comes the running back.
Some alignment. You got Keaton Schroeder, Mason Schnurple in there, Daniel McKay, Markel Hill, trying to pick up the others.
Miles doing his best to run some time off the play clock.
This time, Wireman might have picked up a yard on that carry. It's like Taylor in there playing, or no, that's, yeah, Taylor's in there, Zach Taylor. So that was a 1-yard loss for Wireman. I haven't said that
no.
tonight. Yeah, Von Tobel just taking his time. Motion for Ezra Llewellyn. The handoff again to Wireman. He bangs forward. Goodbye. Touchdown.
The reach on the tackle.
There's no instant replay, so that's going to count. Not in high school.
Trent Fox got him from behind. It looked like his knee might be going down about the 2, but Wireman lunged forward and put his arms out and got that ball across the goal line.
He was able to break a couple tackles on that, and boy, his burst is amazing.
That 24 yards was that? Wow.
Yeah.
That was quick, 24 yards for Derek Wireman.
Didn't take him much time. Well,
took a knee.
Von Tobels is going to take a knee. We don't need an extra 2 points.
No.
And they don't. They do not need an extra 2 points.
Look at Wireman.
Oh,
Coach Llewellyn.
That's awesome. That's awesome. It's one of his bigger fans, I'm sure. Hey, we'll take a break. We'll be back here on RTC TV4. Thanks for watching.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Blue Dragon Taekwondo. Whether you want to learn self-defense, physical cross-training, or looking to compete in national tournaments, Blue Dragon Taekwondo is the area's leading martial arts authority. Online at tkdbluedragon.com. RTC Fiber Communications. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
There's a kickoff by Llewellyn. Nice tackle down there. Good job of wrapping up by Llewellyn. That time, Ezra Llewellyn.
Winamac start this drive 1st and 10 from their own 23-yard line.
So it'll be 1st and 10 on the 23 for Winamac. Winamac's going to go with that tight formation again. They've been in that the whole second half. And good job of Pioneer gang tackling. Looks like that was Zach Taylor with Dustin Sparks and Jack Kaiser finishing it up.
That was a cutback by Chumley for a trap play, but man, those guys just read it, and I mean, there was 2 guys out there lead, but those guys had already filled in the spots behind him, and he had nowhere to go.
Kobe James coming in for Von Tobel. If you're Winamac, why not? This is the offense you want to run this season, so you've got to practice it. And almost slipped it out of there and picked up some yardage, but Keaton Schroeder made that contact.
And Trent Fox there thought he started to break that one, but somebody got him by the foot, and he only picks up 2.
It looked like Keaton Schroeder was able to make the initial contact to trip him up.
They're going to let that go to the end of the third quarter.
Yep. So here at the end of the third, we've got 76-0 Pioneer up.
At the end of 3-year score, Winamac 0, Pioneer 76.
We'll be back
Cameron Kitchell, go ahead.
with more action here at the pit for Pioneer. You're watching RTC TV4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Shepherd's Chevrolet Buick in Rochester treats you like family. Shepherd's offers a wide variety of new and certified pre-owned vehicles to fit your budget. Stop out for your test drive today, online at shepherdsrochester.com. Woodlawn Hospital, offering state-of-the-art care for Fulton County for over 100 years. Woodlawn Hospital is the area's healthcare leader. Comprehensive care from head to toe. Online at woodlawnhospital.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
Or 6-7, I'm sorry. Not 6.
Gotta do it.
Back here at Pioneer High School, Royal Center, Indiana, the pit. She drills it. Oh, we can't see it, but Cameron Kitchell knocked home a field goal.
This brought
Cameron, please come to
So
the
Pioneer
claim your prize this evening.
getting ready to step back on the field here. Start the fourth quarter, 76-0. Another score, Rochester is down to Knox 7-6. A good ball game going on up there.
All right, man, I'll see you. I'll see you next Friday for sure.
Whoa, got some Panthers jumping off sides there.
Offsides against Pioneer.
That'll move the ball 5 yards.
5-yard penalty. Make it third down, 4 yards to go for Winamac.
So 3rd and 4 for the Warriors. There's a pitch back.
Craig Rich is in that backfield before, about the time he got the handoff.
They might have got a first down on that run. Nice run by Chumley as he pounds forward.
In on a stop.
Juby with the tackle.
There's enough for a Winamac first down.
Colby Juby, a junior, 6'1", 225, number 76. Good-looking young man out there for the Panthers. It's a pitch back again to Chumley. And I'll tell you what, he is pounding forward.
Ball carrier.
It's good for about 8 yards on the carry.
Mason Schnurple in on the stop for Pioneer.
Number 77, Mason Schnurple, a sophomore, making the tackle. Finally dragging him down.
Gain of 9
Hey,
yards on the play.
thought the whole,
Make it second down.
thought they had all four of those guys had him cornered there, and all of a sudden he just stepped away and got about 3 more yards at the end of that run.
And there's the pitch back. And now what you do, if you're Pioneer, you just put your head down and start hitting people. Anybody in that pile, somebody's got the ball.
Yeah.
No gain on the play.
Now, this is a play where you bootleg and you look deep if you're Winamac. Try to put points on the board.
Cade comes back in up front take up some space there on the front line with third and about a half a yard.
Luckily, 35 to 36, the last thing both makes it easy. So if that kick comes around, that 36 comes
Dell set behind his center. There's the pitch. And, oh, nice run. And that'll be a first down. And a good job by Ezra Llewellyn to take on that hit.
Ezra Llewellyn.
See, that was number 35,
Good for a Winamac first
Trent
down.
Fox. Only a sophomore out there. 5'10", 171. So Winamac gets another first down here. 9:24 left in the game. It's a handoff to the fullback. He spins to his right and might have picked up 2. Number 36, Fox. Dylan Fox.
Zach Taylor in on the stop for Pioneer.
And I think Winamac at this point is also in a little bit of the same mind. Let's keep it moving, keep the clock running. Let's put it on the ground. Let's see what we can do is get these guys straight up the middle, and let's get some practice in on the tight formation here.
It's that pitch back to Chumley, and
Chumley, the ball carrier.
And Jeb even turns and tries to get in a block or two.
Danny Gregory.
you got number 24, Danny Gregorich on the tackle, Keaton Schroeder. Kaiser, of course, is in on the pile.
I'm guessing those stats are going to look like a lot of half tackles tonight, as many team tackles as those guys are making tonight, and so close.
That's a stat that can get inflated real quick if you have the right statistician. Giving everybody a full tackle.
Yeah, that's right.
Kid has 250 tackles on the season. Either your
It's the fourth game.
Either your offense is horrible or
Trent Fox, the ball
It's Trent
carrier.
Fox on that.
Zach Taylor,
Zach Taylor in on the
Schroeder.
stop for Pioneer. Loss of 1 yard on the play. Make it 4th down, Winamac.
Zach Taylor's a kid that was playing tight end in junior high, and now you look at him, he's up there on the defensive line, offensive line. Happens a lot here, Pioneer. Dell pitches, and now they run the reverse, and Jeb Smith looks like he had some yardage, but boy, Jack Kaiser, Dustin Sparks, again, we talk about assignment football, keeping where you're supposed to be.
And as obviously they recognized that play coming, they made a little step towards this side before he was even coming back on the reverse.
Looks like you got,
Jeb Smith down on the ground. Hate to see that in the end of
I tell you what, he got popped really good, probably knocked the wind out of him.
Shoulder pad right to the gut.
Yeah, hopefully he'll be all right. He's a key piece in this Winamac Warrior offense and defense, and obviously return. He's done all his work in the return game tonight.
Just destroyed him.
And you don't like to see seniors hurt either, for sure, being their last year out there.
Good basketball players, Jeb Smith as well. Hey, we'll go ahead and take a break. You're watching RTC TV 4.
Good job on camera over there. Thank you.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Blue Dragon Taekwondo. Whether you want to learn self-defense, physical cross-training, or looking to compete in national tournaments, Blue Dragon Taekwondo is the area's leading martial arts authority. Online at tkdbluedragon.com. RTC Fiber Communications. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
Back here at Pioneer High School after that injury from senior Jeb Smith and Winamac. Pioneer will take over on downs. Got up out of his own recognizance. He walked across the field, so it looks like he'll be all right. Number 2 in the lineup for the Panthers, Logan Smith, the freshman, playing quarterback now. So he'll take over behind center. The first play is a fumble. He recovers it. Nope. Winamac will take over.
Covered by number 40, Coy Field.
Coy Field takes a fumble recover for Winamac. So, a quick show for Logan Smith.
I guess they're going to come to the sideline. Yep, there it is. They're going to come to the sideline and practice that snap right now.
That's what it takes.
Mr. Shiny Shoes. Hey, Mr. Fancy Shoes, get on. Just one more time. Just one more. Just let me.
So Winamac, Keaton Dale back there at quarterback again.
Pioneer steps up into a 6-2. Colby James back deep.
With 35, Fox on the carry. He might have got back to the line of scrimmage on that play. And nice tackle by Keaton Schroeder.
Gain of 1 yard on the play. Make it second down.
Freshman Derek LeGrand finds his way into the defensive end
I was
there.
just going to ask if you knew. I've got the old roster here, but you've got the newest one. I suppose I ought to look at the new one.
That's your middle linebacker position. Deep boom.
LeGrand gets in on the tackle. See, that was number 28 for the Warriors, Gabe Townsend.
Gain of the yard on the play.
5'10" junior, Gabe Townsend with the carry for Winamac. Pioneers got a mixture of some younger kids, some of their veteran defensive players out there right now.
You get a couple offsides. That'll work.
Roll out by Dale, and he's just going to chuck it. Good coverage. That's by number 20 out there, Quentin Heine. He's a fun kid to watch, get the ball if he can get some ball.
Miles was coming hard there. It looks like hopefully that's just a cramp on him.
Yeah, it looks like a cramp.
He almost got to Smith before he released it, but not quite, and then slow to get up. Looks like trainers helping him there on the sidelines.
Motion by Chumley. He'll take the pitch, and he just gets a head of steam going and pounds it forward.
Mershon on the tackle, as well as number 63, Keaton Schroeder.
And so that'll switch sides now. Pioneer will take over on downs.
Pioneer takes over.
See, Logan Smith is back in there at quarterback. Redeem himself. Get that snap.
You got that practice in.
And Markel Hill working on the sidelines during that last defensive series.
Trenton Hood going wide left for Pioneer. Trying to see who the wing backs there are.
Noah Pearson, I'm sure, right here on this side. Yep, Noah Pearson. And the other one might be Robinson. Brock Robinson. Yeah, Brock Robinson
Brock
over
Robinson.
there. Then the fullback, is that Heine?
Quentin Heine.
Quentin Heine.
He's got some speed.
Yes, he does. They're just going to let that clock run as far as they can before Smith takes a snap. Motion by Pearson. They'll hand off to Heine. Or Wireman is back
still
there.
Wireman.
Yeah, Wireman back
Looked
there.
like an 8, didn't it?
Good.
I agree with you. Picks up 6.
Good run by Derek Wireman. He's already had some nice runs already. Picked up 2 touchdowns already.
Crazy it seems, Wireman at this point, from what I have, is our leading rusher for the night. He's got almost 100 yards, around 96, 97 yards. That's just because they've gone further along the field. The other times when we've taken over has been, 30, 40-yard lines, and they split it up. But they've been letting Wireman have the reins here in the 3rd and 4th quarter.
Done a nice job. There's another fumble. Logan Smith will get buried under by the Warriors.
Logan Smith, ball carrier.
By Bo Brent with the tackle, another freshman for Winamac. So 3rd and 6 for Pioneer.
I'm guessing somebody's going to be working on snaps on Monday.
Who's to blame? You blame the center? You blame the quarterback? What do you do?
Well, I used to be a center in high school, so I blame the quarterback.
Blame the center then, okay.
I was a center, so I blame the quarterback for pulling out too soon.
Here he gets the snap. That time, good job by Winamac. Wrapping up Wireman. So this will bring up a punting situation for Pioneer.
It was first of the night.
First of the night for Jack. We'll get to see what else he can do. And he's got a good leg. He's got a really good leg. So Fox will be back to return this punt.
Oh, got it off the edge of his toe.
Not the greatest punt in the world, but it'll do for tonight.
About 32 yards.
So Winamac will take over after that punt out of bounds.
Winamac takes it over this drive. 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line.
So Winamac will start on the 26-yard line. Minute 23 left here in the 4th quarter. Been moving pretty quickly this 4th quarter.
And they've been subbing quite a bit too, trying to get some of the younger guys in just as well.
And you got Wireman in there on defense, I see. It looks like they're looking for somebody else. There you go, Kobe James in.
Back there.
Noah Pearson's in there. Shotgun. And
Compton's back in.
Nice job by Pioneer to make pursuit.
Number 58, Tyler Gomer.
Good job, Gom. Sophomore. Got a couple sophomores, Schnurple and Mason Schnurple, Tyler Gomer.
3 yards on the play, makes it 2nd down. Did he stop it?
So with 38 seconds left, now we're running.
Now, Gomer's got blood on his arm already. That's why they sent him out. That's why they blew the whistle there.
Well, Canadian League football here for number 3. He took off. He's ready to go.
I think Tyson Johnson thought it was first go,
I'm
not
about
the
to
second
say
go.
something to his dad about that. His dad's an assistant coach over there, too.
Running clock except for this time. Okay, now. Ready? Okay, now. Maybe now.
Almost. Good job by Schroeder on the coverage there. And it looks like they're going to make this a game here. So the Panthers picking up a Hoosier North Athletic Conference win tonight, 76-0 over the Winamac Warriors. We'll take a break, and we'll be back to wrap it up here on RTC TV4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, farm personal property, and farm outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. The lawyers and staff at Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production. This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Blue Dragon Taekwondo, RTC Fiber Communications. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Is the area's voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. RTC Fiber Communications. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
Okay, Scott Sager back with you here. I want to thank John Hines. What a great job you've done, John. They can't hear you talking, but what a great job, my friend. He called me earlier this summer and asked if we'd be interested, and through some follow-up, we got a late start. But, man, you've just done a great job, John. We appreciate that and all you've done here. A great job tonight. First time on RTC TV4 for our buddy Doug Hess. What'd you think?
Hey, that was fun. I'm glad you guys allowed me to be part of this, watch the game from the booth, and hear what's going on behind the scenes. This was fun.
Well, we like to have the Pioneer family a part of this, so thanks for being a part of this tonight. Lots of great stuff coming up for you folks. We had 4 live games tonight. We're the only company in the state of Indiana to have 4 live televised games on tonight, and, hey, we got more coming. We've leaked some rumors here and there, but you'll have 8 of those games up here before too long on a Friday night. So we look forward to that. We thank people like Doug. We thank people like John. Corey, what a great job he did tonight in helping us set up. A nice guy there. And, of course, Gracie Pearson doing a great job with the camera along with the ladies here. So I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank everybody for watching and being Pioneer and Winamac fans tonight. Tough game for Pioneer, or tough game for Winamac tonight. They'll learn from this. They'll take their licks and become stronger because of it. I've been part of those teams as well. So another just excellent display, I think, by Pioneer tonight. Kind of working out their kinks, finding where their weaknesses might be. Tonight I didn't see too many. How about you, Doug?
No, not at all. It is obvious that the coaches have done their scouting reports and had these guys prepped before the game. Yeah, I see them in the room making their video with the whole team, and then they have written reports out for these guys. They got these guys ready and prepped before they even step on the field Tuesday and Wednesday afternoon, so they know what to look for.
It's just an excellent program down here. Excellent fan support. It was pretty much standing room only all night. But, again, folks, just want to thank you for tuning in. Thank the guys down here. The hospitality from John and just everybody down here has been phenomenal. So we're going to call it and wrap this one tonight. Hopefully you'll have time to tune over. I think the Rochester game's still going on there, a tight battle 6-7. So we'll let hey, there's John going to put some cans on, talk real quick. But, John, buddy, you've been great. We look forward to much more out of you yet this season.
Well, thanks, Scott. Again, the final score, 76-0 here at the Pit, and we appreciate everybody that tuned in, watched us tonight. And thank you again, RTC TV4, for coming down, covering the Panthers all season long, not just football, but everything else that we have in store for you. Again, we'd like to thank everybody, all the sponsorships, and we're looking forward to another good game next weekend, Pioneer playing, and we will be back next weekend live for Pioneer football. Thanks again, and have a great night.